what would you call yourself in the time of you being a running a business in Oakland that had to do with drugs? Like, how would you identify yourself or anyone else who does that?
Well, at the time, before matured, I just called myself as a normal Oakland kid trying to get it. I didn't call myself a drug dealer or business. Just selling dope, and it was rolling. That's how it was.
What was your experience in Oakland selling dope?
Well, I had good and bad. It's like basically just living life. Got the ups and downs. Of course, you see like extra crazy stuff. And really, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Because like at the same time, like you get to see the world for what it is, the world at its worst, and it's only up from there.
When you say you get to see the world for what it is, what does that mean through the eyes of a dope dealer in Oakland?
Basically, like everything you see on TV and like Trump say the fake news, we've been knew that the news was fake. Just like always like pumping out all this glory and crime down bullshit. They don't never understand why people do crime. And if they ever do understand why people do crime, then that's when crime would go down. And basically, like people in like Oakland, like as in the ghetto, I guess, because Oakland is broke up into two sides, the haves and the have-nots. So I could only speak for the have-nots in Oakland. For the majority of the people doing crime, they just trying to live, trying to come up, trying to obtain the stuff that they see on TV because, like I said, they push out all this fake shit on how life is and how you're supposed to live a life. So when you see that, you kind of be like, I'm not living life. So you got to go to the max.
In terms of like when you were coming of age to be able to work, what someone would call like have a work permit or start to create profit in your life, what did you see as your opportunities? Like as your sound opportunities that would be able to support yourself and anyone else that you are responsible for?
Well, I always wanted to grow up and be somebody with a master's degree and all that extra shit. Bachelors at colleges, and that was my goal. But at the same time, it was like a lot of like hurdles in my way that I had to jump over, loops and stuff. I feel like the average American don't gotta jump over all them fences to get to their destination or start the journey to their destination. I feel like so much roadblocks is in Oakland that you can't even really like do the things that you want to do. Even like say if you want to be a lawyer, like first you gotta get past hunger. Like shit, you gotta think about what you about to eat today and tomorrow and the next. Like so when you going to school, like your mind ain't even on, all right, let me do this and that and the third so I could become a lawyer or a doctor or whatever the hell. Like you really focus on eating. So what you gonna do? You gonna do what everybody else is doing and ain't getting no job. Everybody know the jobs in Oakland is bullshit. Like you gone a whole day, then boom, you come back home, the day didn't pass, everybody going to sleep and shit. You done missed out on fucking all the action on the block. You coming back with this goddamn uniform. You gotta wait 2 weeks until you get your motherfucking check. Then when you do get your check, this goddamn government take the shit like he was right alongside of you working and shit. So just off the rip, when you get your first job and you get your paycheck and you see that deduction, like you just feel like you got played, your check is already bullshit. Now they still taking some shit. And it ain't like you doing bullshit work. You was probably slaving at Subway, busting hella sandwiches. You bust like 1,000 sandwiches. You hella tired, and you get $250, $300. Back then, like the minimum wage was like $8, which is bullshit. Probably like in Mississippi or some shit, like that's a lot of money. But like out in Oakland, like it's really not a lot of money. Like definitely, like so back in like 05, 04, like the minimum wage was like $8, $8.75. And that was the jobs that we had to like strive for. And like if you didn't have parents and stuff, then you're basically living off that job, and everybody know you can't live off that in the Bay Area. So the only option is A, collapse and die, or B, get up off your ass and sell that dope.
Considering opioids, whether it be big pharma or street sales, or whether it be cannabis, whether it be street sales cannabis or legitimately within like a cannabis club or something like that, or cocaine, which is illegal no matter what, or crack, which business would you say is the most profitable, and holistically in terms of like, risk group and profit and customer base and all of that? Like, what would you say is the one that people should go into in 2020?
Well, shit, like I said, like after you hop over all them goddamn hurdles and finally could start what you want to do, like most like ignorant ass niggas in Oakland, once they find themselves and find what they want to do, like they really stride in it and they do good in it because it's like they way out. So for my brother, he became a pharmacist, and he went into like the pharmacist after all them hurdles and Santa Rita and all this bullshit. He finally made it out and became a pharmacist and shit. And he was telling me like all this pills and pharmaceuticals and all that shit, all it is legal dope. That's all it is. It's legal dope. They pull up to Walgreens, show them the insurance card. They paying insurance every month, so they already prepaid on the drugs. It's like they prepaid the dope man, basically. The pharmacy is the dope man. They job is taking out medical and all this bullshit. Insurance for their insurance, paying health insurance and all this shit. But all that is just putting your money to the side to buy some dope. Like you get your little surgery or you do your little operation. All they gotta do really is give you your little antibiotics and little ibuprofens and shit. But nah, people in general want that extra hard drug, Xanax and Percocets and all that shit. All it is legal drugs. And the doctors would basically, if you paying for a doctor, you chose your doctor, you got good health insurance, you could push up on your doctor and tell him what you need. Be like, man, I got a problem with sleeping. I got anxiety. I need Percocet. I need this to help me sleep. And he gonna believe you. And since you basically chose him as your doctor, he's gonna basically be on your side and give you what you need. And he gonna give you your refills because really you're paying the dope man, which is the government. The government running this pharmaceutical stuff. These businesses and everything is ran by the government. Everybody's saying that the U.S. is taken over by businesses, but that's just the smoke and mirrors. Like the government is still running everything, and they pushing this dope out, but they need like a face of the company, so they push out Bayer Health, all them people that be making them pharmaceuticals. Like the government endorsed that, and they basically the middleman, and they go make billions legally by prescriptions. Basically, you get a prescription and they push billions. So by far, legal pharmaceuticals is the most profitable, but it's only profitable for a certain group. And we're like the guinea pigs getting drained. And even if you don't even do drugs or get like, something for your headache, or you got into a car crash and you chose not to get them drugs and stuff, you still already paying for it. It's still coming out your check. Like, so the government and the pharmaceutical companies is getting a issue no matter what. And that's why it's so profitable, because it's the unkept one. They getting full price. It ain't no deals or 2 for 15s and 3 for dubs. Like, you cashing out full price and they winning. And basically dope dealers, they go get their dope, try to stretch it and get their profit like that. But these pharmaceuticals and businesses, they got their money years ago off you by you working at a certain company, and they taking out all these medical this and that and the thirds.